Hi, I'm George. If you're a graphic designer, a small business owner, or maybe you have a side hustle in the gig economy, you already know how important high quality video is. Whether you're creating client assets, promotional videos, or social content, your video needs to meet today's professional standards. And that's where Aiarty Video Enhancer comes in. And today I'll be showing you how you can take your old blurry or low resolution clips and transform them into stunning professional grade footage. And it's all done right on your own computer. Let's start by taking a look at the Aiarty website and how to download and install the Aiarty Video Enhancer. Here we are on the home page, and right in the middle here, we're looking at the video enhancers. Click on Learn More. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Downloading is easy. Let's go for the free trial right here. And I'll put this right into my projects folder and choose save. Now I already have this installed on my computer. I have the licensed version of this, but simply double click on that installer and that will then install the free version. And if you purchase this program, you'll get an email with a registration link for that. So we toss it in during your installation and it will load right up for you. It installs very quickly and runs very fast as well. So one of the nice things about this program, it's a very quick program. And here we are inside of the Aiarty Video Enhancer. Taking a quick look around, your main work area is right here in the middle. Right-hand side are all of your different tools. And there are some settings up here under this drop-down menu, Preferences Settings. You can check to see what your hardware is on your computer. And the Video Enhancer can work with both your CPU and also a GPU. If you have a good GPU on your computer, that will run faster for you. At any point, you can check for updates. You can download all the models. I've already done this. There are some language options in here, German, English, and then some Oriental languages. And of course, there is very good online help for this program. Right-hand side over here, I have a button for home. This goes to the home page of Aiarty. If you're working with a trial version, you'll find a purchase button right up here as well. And if your program is out of date, you will find an update button up here. Okay, starting this program, it's real easy. You just need to bring in a video clip. You can click on the button in here, or you can drag and drop videos or whole folders in here. This will work with batch processing as well. You can process multiple clips. Let's go ahead and bring in a video. And I'll grab the one right here you saw at the beginning. Right over here, where it says 100%, I'll just set this to fit so it fits the screen. And the first thing you need to do is to click on Preview, and this will give you a demonstration, a single frame demonstration of what it's going to be looking like. So the first thing I would recommend doing before you even bother with that is just come in here, move the playhead around, and find a spot where it's a little bit maybe blurry. Like that's pretty good. That's very blurry actually. I'll just go right here, choose that spot. And then the preview is going to automatically run for you. Now, again, this is just a single frame preview, but this allows you to take care of all of your other settings. Okay, there we go. That's been set. Let's now zoom in down here. Using your mouse, you can drag this around like that. And in this instance, the right side is the upscaled version, the left side is the original. I've seen this on either side. Then you can grab this divider line here. Here's the existing video, and here's the up-res version. See how much better that detail is. It's real natural looking. It doesn't look like it's been up-res. It doesn't look like it has any artifacts in there. It doesn't look AI, in other words. It looks very, very nice. Let's take a look at the fur around the ear right here. There's what it is in the original video clip, and here it is in the up-res version. Let's try this on a different clip. I'll just close this one down, and we'll reopen another clip right here. And I have one right here. Bring this one up. There we go. This clip has a lot of faces in it. A lot of things are out of focus. The exposure isn't very good. So it's a good test of a lot of the features here in Aiarty Video Enhancer. Go ahead, we'll do the preview and let this load in and see how we did. You see there, dramatic improvement in here in the face. Very blurry through here and much sharper and cleaner on this side. Look how nice that hair is. Very, very blurry here. And nicely cleaned up and very natural looking, doesn't look AI at all. Let's take a look at a different frame in here. We'll scroll it through until we find something that has some other problems in it. Here's a good low light level, kind of begins right here and then jumps into dark. Let's take a look at this low light section right through here, see if we can improve this any. Real low light problem as you can see here. We'll go ahead and let this run. And there we go, let's take a look at this. So very grainy in here as you can see, and it's out of focus. Pull this over. The focus has improved, but notice how the grain has dramatically improved in this. Take a look, especially right over through here. Real grainy through there. Again, low light causes that, and it's been all cleaned up here. Now, if we wanted to, we can take this even further and go over here with our edit controls and adjust the contrast, things like that. We'll take a look at that a little later on down in this training. Let's try a different clip with a standard night shot in that. Let's just get this out of the way. They have a nice standard cityscape right there. You see this kind of shot all the time. We'll do the preview and let that run. And you can see how much nicer this is. So here's the original right there, kind of blurry, out of focus. Bring this in and notice right through here, especially, I'll go back and forth a couple of times there. Notice how much sharper those windows are in here. Really improves the windows. Notice the group down here and this fence along the waterfront right there. Very blurry and looks really nice in the improved version. So this dramatically cleans up these nighttime shots, makes them much, much better. Now there are several different options you can choose to do this. Over here, right-hand side, we have hardware. I have mine set to be running here with my Intel graphics. We have our AI models. There are several models to choose from. Detail, smooth, and super video, which is your highest resolution. I'm using the default right now, which is just the MO detail. If you want more information about that, click on this icon right here, and you get more information about these different versions. Normally, these are set to also upscale your video. In this case, this video needs upscaling. But if all you want to do is just do some basic image adjustments and improve detail, but you don't want to go any larger, you can set it right here at X1. This means there's going to be no image upscaling. Maybe you're running at 1080p and you want to run at 1080p. You can go ahead and set this so it's not going to be upscaled. And that will speed up the processing time, obviously. And that's right here where it says upscale. We have 1, 2, 4, and then we have our upscales in here. So I could go right to 1080p, or I could go to 2K, or I can go to 4K, or a custom resolution. Now, something is grayed out like this. That's because that this image here, this video, is either at this or better than this particular setting. So there's no reason to scale to that. You don't want to downscale anything. This one happens to be at 720p, which is why I chose this particular video. And I'm setting this to go up here to 1080p, which is the default right now over on YouTube. Notice that once I do this, it's going to do a new examination of this and give me a new sample frame here to take a look at. Let's say I wanted to go up one more level than that. I want to go up here to 2K. There we go. Let's check out that ear. Very, very nice detail. Looks real natural. Let's check out this bit of fabric down here. Again, real nice quality on that upscale. Now, the speed at which this happens and the amount that you can upscale and the length of your video, all of this is dependent upon your hardware. And that's because Aiarty Video Enhancer runs on your computer. It's not running online. You can do this offline. You don't have to have an internet connection while you're working on your project. All this is done on your computer. So obviously, the better computer you have, the better video card you have, the better GPU you have, the better this is going to run, the faster this is going to run. So just keep that in mind. This particular clip here is real short. It's 12 seconds long. Scroll out a bit. You can use a scroll wheel on your mouse to scroll in and out like that. Over here, we can click on this little drop down. I'll go to fit. There we go. Fits on screen. When we're looking at this, we have two options. One is this rollover effect like that. You can kind of compare how that looks. Or we can go over here and do a split screen. You can actually zoom in a bit like this and pull that around, and we can compare directly the same spot on two views. I happen to like the rollover effect. That works out well for me, but you can look at the same spot at the same time using the split view. Okay, go back over here to the rollover, and let's just get this to fit again. There we go. If we come down here to the timeline and right-click on your image clip right here, you can open up the location where this is stored on your computer, or you can show your video information. You also can export your current video. We'll take a look at this in just a bit. Let's go up here to show video information. Here we go. Here's information about this particular video clip. In general, it's an MP4 video. It's 12 seconds long. You scroll down here. Here's the width and the height. As you can see here, it's 720p. And there's also an audio track, but I'm not playing the audio track right now. I have the speaker off on that just to make it easier to record this video. It's just music anyway. So you have all this information about your video clip. Very easy. If you right-click here inside the timeline in a blank area, it allows you to select all videos, export selected video, and export all videos or clear all your videos. Now I'm saying all video, and that means that you can do batch processing. I can have more than one video open up down here. Take a look at that. Easy to bring in more video clips. Just click on Import, choose Open. I'll just back out on this. So you can work with multiple clips here at the same time if you want to. Let's just get this back out of the way. Remove that one. There we go, and I'll reset this here to fit. And over here, right-hand side, here's where you choose the AI model. We already took a look at this up here with the AI model right here. Now, some of these, like the super video model right here, this takes far more processing power. If you decide on using this one, this takes less power. In most cases, this is all you're going to be needing. This is the default. I have this upscaled at 2 times. And if you're working on a slower computer, it can take a good amount of time. So you can speed that up by choosing turbo right down here. This gives you a much faster processing speed with a slight quality trade-off. In many cases, you won't even notice the quality difference. but I zoom in right down here. That looks really nice down there. Good quality still. You can see up here on the fur. Looks great, but it's going to be processing much faster. Okay, set this back here to fit. There we go. Now, we're not just limited to doing our standard video upscaling and processing. We also can come down here and do a lot of editing. You can rotate and flip. You can crop your image. If your image is from an older video source, maybe a VHS tape that has interlacing on it, you can choose to deinterlace your video clip. If your video clip is coming from a multiple source video, you can choose which source you want to use. You'll see the different sources in here for your video stream or your audio stream. In this case, this is a single clip, doesn't have any additional multiple tracks on that. You can come in and adjust your color. We have full color controls in here. To actually do this, just click on that check mark right here. You have your color adjustments in here from your temperature, which is your cool to warm, basically your blues to your oranges. And then the flip side of that, we have our greens to magentas. This gives you full color control. You can adjust the exposure in here. There we go. If you don't like it, hit that reset button. You can adjust your contrast, less contrast, more contrast. To get just the visual effect that you want, you can increase your color saturation. So you have that adjustment option as well. A lot of times older video may need a bit more color saturation on that, a bit more contrast. You can improve your highlights or your shadows or your whites or your blacks. So again, you have full exposure and color control in here. And if you're not happy with your adjustments, just hit the reset back here, resets everything back to these 0 settings. Now, if you're going for a slow motion effect, you may get kind of a stuttering image happening where it skips each frame and you get kind of a stutter happening in there with slow motion. That oftentimes happens. You can use frame interpolation, and what this does is it fills in those missing frames. It uses AI to build new frames in between the existing frames and really smooths out that slow motion effect. Use these settings in here. This one's at 25 frames per second, so double is 50. So you can use the settings in here to help to smooth out the video by putting in those new frames in between your existing frames. Does a great job with this. If you're going for slow motion, just go ahead and check that. You have two options in here. You can go for 1/2 or 1/4 slow motion. And again, it'll be adding in those missing frames when it does that. Now, if you're running audio in your video clip, you can also do audio denoise right here. And there are several filters to choose from. And you can set your attenuation limit in here and post filter threshold if you want to on these things. The default is just the voice filter 3.0. And this is great at removing background sounds behind somebody talking. It's really designed at doing that. Once you have all of your settings in here, you can go ahead and run this. There are several ways of doing that. Right-click on your image over here, export current video. You can add a task right on here. This is just like doing the export, except that it's not running. If I do export over here, it'll go ahead and do the export immediately. Or this button down here runs the export immediately. If you add it as a task, it's then sitting in your task queue down here. If you have multiple videos and multiple tasks, you'll have a whole line of these down here. There'll be a scroll bar to go up and down between those. And on the left-hand side here is the original information. Status is waiting to start. Right-hand side, this is the output settings over here. If I want to modify any of this stuff, that's what we have over here. Right-hand side is click on Modify, make your adjustments, and then click on Apply. And it's then ready to go ahead and run. So this allows you to set up your settings for several video clips and then run those as a batch export. And it's really that easy to do. So I can get this one all set up, bring another clip in, get that one all set up, bring another clip in, get that one all set up, and then run the whole thing as a batch export, maybe doing it overnight or something so you don't have to worry about it. It's not taking up any of your work time on your computer. And it will then save that out back onto your hard drive. Now, that is one question. Where is it going to be saved to? And you can find out that information. Let's go up here to Settings, come down to Preferences and Settings. We have some basic general preferences. Here's the output path. This is where it saves it out to by default. It goes into your standard user path and an Aiarty video output folder, but you can choose a new folder if you want to down here. I would leave the model path, log path, and temporary paths alone, but you may want to change that output path right there if you want to save this out to a different location. And when you're happy with everything, just go ahead and click Export Current. And when it's exporting, you can see over here, left-hand side, here's the status processing super resolution. There's the range, it's the whole thing. Here's our elapsed time, and here's our remaining time right down here. I'll just let that continue in the background. And when you're working on a project up here, you can change the part of the video that you're going to be exporting. I can grab this little blue handle here, and I can come in on the left side. This is my starting point, and here's my ending point over here. Notice that it is still processing in the background, isn't working on the video clip up here. So you're not losing any time by having a process. Of course, whenever you're processing like this and you're working up here, you're doing two things at once. Depending upon your hardware, that could cause you some issues. In this case, it doesn't cause me any problems at all. So you are able to come in here and adjust that. If you want to, you can either use the drag and drop this way, or if you have a specific frame you want to get to, just click on that frame, double check it in here, and click on the button here, and that moves that blue handle right to that point. If I wanted to, I could then export this out as an additional task. Just choose Add Task, and there we go. Here's our new task up here, waiting to start, and down below, this task is being processed. Okay, I'll go ahead now and pause the video, and we'll bring it back up and take a look at the finished result. And there we go. Our first project has been finished, and the second project is still waiting inside the queue right there. I could have done both at the same time just by clicking on the batch export option. We now open this up, and it takes us right to that video in the saved location. Let's take a fast look at that one. Look how nice that detail is down in here, and the fur, everything. Very, very nice. Again, this has been cleaned up and up-resed 2 times. The Aiarty Video Enhancer is redefining what's possible here with AI-powered video processing. And as you saw, that's delivering professional-grade results. Very easy to use this program. If you want to try this yourself, go ahead and head over to the official website. I'll put a link for that at the top of my description. Just click on that and that will take you right to the right page. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time.